everybody? It's Kelsee Briana J, and in today's video I'm going to be testing out some products that I have from MUFE Makeup. So I have a foundation, some highlighters, and some brushes. So I've been wanting to do this video for a while, and I've had this stuff sitting. So this is actually going to be a first impressions video, and I'm going to share with you all my thoughts on these products and let you all see how they apply, because I'm going to be doing a demo, because you all already know I always do a demo. Following that demo, I'm going to wear these products around for 8 hours, and then I'll let you know my exact thoughts at the end. But first, let's dive into these products, and then I will share with you all some details about them. The first thing that I have are two Flex highlighters, and they have 4 different colors. I have 2 in the colors Lit and the color Glazed. So here's what the highlighters look like. They come in a white compact, and the description of these say that these are a silky and pearl and gemstoned packed pressed highlighter that glides on smooth without creasing or caking for a next level glow. These highlighters also have hyaluronic acid, which hydrates the skin so it appears plump and smooth. They also have crushed gemstones, which give the skin a radiant and gleaming appearance. And they also have marshmallow root extracts, which allows the formula to move with your face so it never creases or cakes. The highlighters also have the word flexed embossed in them in a cool MUFE Makeup type of way, because you know MUFE Makeup are the cool kids on the block, so they always have to come with something next level, something kind of trippy like. So I like the design. But here's what the color Lit looks like. Lit is described as a champagne color, and I think that is the perfect description. And then, like I said, I have the color Glazed, and this one is described as a bronze. So next I have the foundation stick. This one is called the Flex Foundation Stick, and this stick retails for $36. This stick has 0.35 ounces of product, or 10 grams, and this is what it looks like, the packaging. So it says MUFE Makeup, and then on the side it has a strip where it's your color. So I have the color Honey. As per usual, oftentimes I wear honey in a lot of different foundations. If you all have not seen that video where I try on the different foundations that are called Honey, make sure you watch that video. I thought that was really cute. I did that a while ago. So this foundation has 36 different colors, and here's what the packaging looks like. So it has a nice little weight to it, and again, it is a stick foundation, so it does roll up. It has the logo embossed on the foundation, and then a cap. So you take that cap off and you just roll it up, and it does roll down. So here is my color. Again, I am in the shade Honey. So the description for this foundation says that it is a medium coverage, natural finish foundation that covers, calms, and flexes without creasing or caking. And some of the key ingredients in this foundation are marshmallow root extract, just like the highlighter powders. It says that this allows the formula to move with your face and never crease or cake. It also has blue lotus, which moisturizes, and it has chamomile and lavender, which helps to calm and soothe the face. Fun fact about marshmallow root extract: this is the ingredient that gives the candy its squishy ability. So you all know real marshmallows, how it squishes. That's the same thing that they put into the foundation, so it's supposed to squish, which I guess your face moves so much, and then if it squishes, that means that it'll stretch, and then you won't have those wrinkles and lines and all of that breaking up on your face. So I'm really excited to try this out. Let's go ahead and jump into the demonstration, and then I'm going to do an 8-hour wear test, and then I'll come back at the end of the night and let you all see how everything held up and give you all my final thoughts on these products. So enjoy. So let's apply our foundation. So I'm going to just do swipes of the foundation all over my face. It's really melting in, and I don't see a big difference in the color. So I have a Sephora Collection X MUFE Makeup brush. This one is the foundation brush. I'm going to blend out my foundation using this. For stick foundations, I prefer a brush as opposed to a sponge most of the time, just because of how the consistency is. I just feel like it blends out better and it doesn't lift up as much. So I'm just going to take my time, blend this out. It's blending out really nicely, very smoothly. It doesn't have a traditional stick foundation feel. It almost feels like a gel. Slightly tacky, but I wouldn't say that it's just sticky. It just has a gelish like consistency. So this is definitely giving me a medium amount of coverage. I do feel like I need a little bit more coverage right here. So I just added a little bit more, and I'm using essentially packing motions to make sure that I am not lifting up this product. But I just want my skin to look even, and I want it to look like the best version of itself. So I have it on, and like I said, it's giving me a medium amount of coverage, so it's not going to cover up all of your imperfections. It does layer slightly, but even still doing that, you don't want to add too much because you don't want the foundation to start to feel and look heavy. And even in doing that, it's still not going to completely cover any significant discoloration or anything that you need to hide. So I would suggest just going in with it all over and get an even amount of coverage, and then going in with your concealer to add a little bit more coverage where you need it, because this really doesn't hide a lot of the darkness that I'm wanting it to on my face. It's still peeking through, so it's very natural in its application. So I want to go ahead and add on my concealer and my bronzer, and I'll be back, and then I will try on the highlighters with you all. So now I have my makeup set and I have a little bit of bronzer on. Now let's try on the highlighters. This is the MUFE Makeup Highlighter Brush. Perfect. So on this side, I'm going to try on the color Lit. Ooh. This is lit. This has such a nice reflectiveness to it. And it's smooth. I like that. Now on this side, I'm going to apply glazed. Super pretty too. I thought this one may be a little bit too dark, but it's not. It's very beautiful. It has a nice copperish gold type feel to it. I think that if you have a deeper complexion than mine, even much deeper than mine, I think that this will look absolutely stunning. I love both of them. It just depends on if you want to go more silverish or if you want to go more golden. So now I have to figure out how to even out my skin. So I have everything all together, and I think everything looks really nice. My powders went on top of the foundation. My skin looks very smooth. I do have some breakouts in certain areas on my face. Like I have a little breakout happening right here. The foundation went on top of that, no problems. The highlighters look exceptionally smooth and blinding. I am just super excited about these. So I'm excited to see how they continue to wear throughout the day. I will have all of my makeup details listed down in the description box, so definitely check there if you are interested in knowing what products I have on my face. But so far, I'm liking the way that everything looks. I am going to do a wear test. Yay! And right now, it is 4 o'clock. That must just be my time where I start. 4 o'clock is just it for me. I'm going to check in. The best way for me to remember to do that is to set alarms on my phone. And so that means stop whatever I'm doing and come back and show you guys what my face looks like. So I don't know if I'll be home throughout the entire 8 hours, but if not, I'll still do check-ins and you guys can see what I look like outside of my filming environment. So I hope that you all stay tuned, and then at the end of the night, I will come back and let you guys know my thoughts on these products. But so far, I'm feeling it. It's looking pretty good. So sit back and relax. You'll have me for 8 more hours. Really not 8 more hours. It's going to take 8 hours for me, but really it's probably less than 10 minutes for you. Alright guys, so I am back for my 4-hour check-in, and I'm just a little bit late with it because I went out to dinner and I went shopping. I got some candles from Bath & Body Works annual sale. You all already know how that is, so I was able to secure a few. I got 2 of my favorite ones, which I'm really surprised about because I came so late in the evening. Like I said, it was 4 o'clock when I started. So I'm about to go to the movies. You guys see what my makeup is looking like. It's holding up really nice. I'm getting compliments left and right. So by the time the movie is over, it'll probably be like 3 more hours. So it will be like 7 hours that I've had the makeup on. So we will reassess, and then after that I should be back home. But we'll see. I might be a wild thing and stay out all night and party. You want to stay out all night and party, babe? What'd you say? Oh yeah, no. He wants me to hurry up because I'm making him film me in the middle of the mall. He gets really embarrassed that I do. So I will check you all in a few more, and stay tuned. So can I have a real moment with you all real quick? So this is my second time filming this ending, and admittedly I am very frustrated because it is after 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm ready to be done. I'm ready to take off my makeup and I'm ready to chill. But since I've already decided to commit to this video, it would be foolish for me to not finish it at the end. So I'm just going to do it again, and hopefully I remember all of my points that I made in my original ending, which I feel like I summarized everything so beautifully. I really did. But I guess it just was meant for me to do it again. So I'm back. Like I said, it's after 2 o'clock in the morning. I ended the demonstration portion at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and so I've done a 10-hour wear test. Really 10 hours and 15 minutes, okay? So I've done a lot today. So I went to the mall and I went to the movies and all that good stuff. So I'm ready to give you all my final thoughts on these products. Moving on to the highlighters. Love these highlighters. There are 4 colors. I want to get the other 2 that I don't have. These highlighters are super nice. I love the way that they apply. I love the way that they look. They give you that sophisticated level of sheen, and they're a little bit bolder than I typically go for nowadays, but I do like that if I want to step back into that realm. Now, I'm not going back to 2016 like highlighted. You can bling in the dark, use it as a flashlight in the dark. I just feel like that's just too intense nowadays, and that's really not my makeup preference. But if I want to bump it up from my typical everyday highlight, these are bomb. So I really like these. I love how smooth they are, and I like how intense they are without having to spray your brush to get it to be on that level. So these are amazing. If you can find a color that you like, I would at least get one, because I feel like these are really, really dope products. So that brings us to our last product that I tried in this video, which is the Flex Foundation Stick. And I'm very torn on my feelings about this foundation stick. So there are things that I like about it, and there are things that I don't quite like about it. I'm going to start with the things that I do like about it. So I like the fact that this foundation stick is a great color match. So I think that Milk Makeup does a really good job with color selection, especially for medium dark people like myself. I feel like a lot of times I get left out of color selections, and I know that a lot of people are going to be like, really girl, like I'm considered a light-skinned African-American person, but I feel like I'm always lumped into this one group where there's only about 1, maybe 2 colors for my particular skin tone, because I'm not considered a light person, but I'm also not considered a deep complected person either. I'm in the middle, and oftentimes middle colors kind of are neglected in a lot of different brands, but I feel like Milk Makeup does it good, because not only do they have mid-range colors, but they also have different undertones, which is the key factor that I feel like a lot of companies just kind of miss. I appreciate that from them. They did this color right. It's honey, it's a neutral undertone, and I'm rocking with that because I feel like that is what suits me best. That is the main thing that I really love about this foundation. I also love that this foundation was really easy to blend out. When I applied it on the skin, it really just glided on, and it blended out really easily with the brush, and I didn't have to put too much elbow grease in to get it to blend out all over the face. So I really like those factors about this foundation stick. Now let's move on to the things that I don't like as much about it. So the first thing is that it is a medium coverage foundation stick. Personally, I prefer my foundation sticks to be full coverage, because with the foundation stick, you already are controlling it more so than you would a liquid foundation. So you're able to apply how much you want, so control your swipes, and then you blend it out, and then you can go back in a specified area with the products and just gently tap it if you need to add more. But if you have a medium coverage foundation stick, you're going to have to add on layers and layers to build it up, and you're not necessarily ever gonna really build it to get the amount of intensity that you need. Plus, with it being a medium amount of coverage, you're gonna use a lot more product than you typically would with other foundation sticks, just because you have to use a lot more just to get the amount of coverage that you need. So that brings me to my next point. It doesn't really cover like how I want it to. And I feel like the foundation did not last all the way throughout the day. So at about hour 5.5, I started to see this foundation completely vanish from certain areas on my face, and I wasn't really happy about that. So anywhere where I have a little bump on my face, like the tip of that bump, the edge of the bump, if you will, the foundation is gone. So the lasting power of this foundation is not where I need it to be. So if you're a person who has combination or oily skin, this foundation along with just your moisturizer is eventually going to leave in certain areas on your face. You definitely need to use a primer with this foundation, but for me, if you guys watch my foundation reviews, you'll know that I'm not the biggest primer person. I will use a primer, but it is not an absolute must-have for me on a daily or even a regular basis. Just because if I prep my skin good enough with my moisturizers, most of the time I am good. But with this, you do need an extra step just so your face doesn't look like mine at the end of the day. The type of primer that I need to really be able to wear this foundation effectively, that primer needs to be a little bit more matte. So that's going to take away from the blendability that this foundation has on its own. So I think that it'll make me like it a little bit less. So all in all, I'm just going to say I don't think this foundation is for me. I think this foundation will be nice for somebody who has a drier skin type, but it is a gel type foundation. So going on, it may feel a little bit drier on your skin if you have dry skin. But for those of us who have combination or oily skin, this foundation at the end of the day, as you all can see, it's very oily on me, and I don't even have the oiliest of skin. Like, my skin is somewhat oily, but on average, my skin really doesn't look super oily on my cheeks or on my chin area. That's just not something that happens to me. So if you have oilier skin than me, this may not be your friend. But let me know what you think about it if you've tried it or if you've tried any of the other products that I have in this video. I look forward to reading what you all think about it down in the comments section. And I will talk to you all in my very next video, which will be super soon. Smooches. Bye.